I'm in a place called Hartley Mauldit, and behind me there is a Saxon church. Now Hartley Mauldit is arguably one of the most haunted villages in South Hampshire, and tonight we're going to go ghost hunting for this Armytek Wizard C2 Pro. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Well, today we've got some interesting tech to test. This little flashlight is from a company called Armytek. This particular model is called the Wizard C2 Pro Max. Don't be fooled by its size. This little flashlight's got some serious punch. Let's have a talk about the specs. Well, I opted for two different versions. There's a warm light version and a white light version, as I believe they have different functions, but I'll explain a little bit later in the video. Supplied in the box are some useful accessories such as a pouch, a belt clip, a magnetic charger and a sturdy headband. There's a small adapter so you can run an 18650 optional cell, but the main battery is a 3.6 volt 5000 milliamp, which takes about 5 hours to fully charge. And the C2 Pro fits snugly into the headband, and the viewing angle can be rotated to suit. The pouch is made from really good quality material and holds the C2 Pro securely in place. You can put it on your belt or your webbing. This little chrome belt clip has a really strong spring. It snaps securely into place and there's 4 different mounting options. The magnetic charger confidently snaps into place, but remember to turn the base of the torch quarter of a turn anti-clockwise before you charge it. Staying on the same subject, the base magnet is really strong, and this is ideal for DIY and maintenance work. I went for the optional bike mount because I wanted to fit this torch onto my P275 Pro e-bike, but I'm confident it can serve many other uses. So that's it. That's a very quick rundown of the C2 Pro Max from Armytek. Let's see what else it has to offer. So where would this C2 Pro Max fit into my armoury, being a metal detectorist? Well, beach detecting at night is my first thought, but it's already been on test. Wayne and Bob have been using it on the beach at night.
Let's see how Gary gets on with the bike mount.
This bike's got an automatic transmission. I'm just going into second gear now, and when I get up to speed it'll go into third gear. Now let's try the turbo mode. Ready? Double click. Perfect, look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Third gear, here we go. And that's the Engwe P275 Pro. I'm going to have a review on my website in couple of weeks. It'll be on a YouTube channel as well. A UK compliant e-bike with 3 gears. It's automatic 3 speed and it's a mid-drive, and it's by Engwe. Here we go, home sweet home. Straight out of the box, the C2 Pro has a switch on and go mode. 1, 2, 3, and then double click for turbo mode. Because this torch generates a lot of heat, you need to turn the base counterclockwise a quarter of a turn in order to disable it. And this is also the same procedure when charging with the magnetic base. But if you wanted to unlock some more features, there's a process you can follow by holding the button on, turning the cap a quarter of a turn, and that's going to unlock lots more features such as firefly modes, where you get about 60 days use out of a firefly. It's very low power for close-up working. You've got main 1, main 2, main 3 and turbo like we had before. We've got strobe and we've got turbo too. Perhaps that's another video for another time. triple click it for super turbo, that's turbo 2, and 4 clicks for strobe. If you're like me, you've got flashlights all over the house, but there's something reassuring about a flashlight which has got fantastic build quality, good battery life and fit for purpose. Armytek have even put a 10-year warranty on this unit, so that's quite impressive. It's submersible up to 10 meters, it's impact resistant up to drops of 10 meters, and it's also got those fantastic accessories that come in the box. Another thing I'm going to be using the C2 Pro Max for is night fishing, but I'm not going to be using the white light. I'm going to be using the warm light version because it'll put less glare on the surface of the water. Let's go and see how Dan's doing.
First time fishing with the Armytek C2 Pro. I've got the warm light. My friend behind us here, Ben, he's using the white light. It only took me a quick 10 minutes at home to get the settings on this torch exactly how I want them. Now as you can see, one click, main free. Now this is perfect for just spotting the fish. Nothing too bright to spook them off, because I've noticed fish can be a little bit cagey of a light. However, when you see them, you need to know exactly where your lure is and what you're doing at each given time. So a double click, and look at that, the turbo setting. I can literally see every little tiny fish in this canal using the turbo setting. You know what, goes without saying, but having a waterproof torch inspires confidence when you're out fishing. Let's try catch a fish. See that just down there? It's a big old pike. Let's see if it takes. Oh my god. Tell you what, I'm really impressed. Really liking this turbo mode. I've got it set now, so one click and I'm straight on it. Really good for spotting these fish. You know what, I've used a lot of other torches in the past. We've been buying numerous torches from eBay and stuff like that. A lot of cheapies. And they say you're a dream. They say 10,000 lumens and whatnot, but they just never do the job. And we've come to realise having a warm light for fishing is a must. As I said earlier, the fish just seem to glow up differently on it. It just goes hand in hand with fishing, really. It's obviously exactly what you need, something robust, waterproof, etc. Because it's going to take a little bit of a clattering, and obviously you can't pick the conditions you're fishing in. We've had numerous torches where they might be bright, but they only last half an hour, and it's no good when you're going out fishing for 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours at night. So I'm mega impressed with how long this battery lasts.
I really love the fact that this C2 Pro Max has got a strong magnetic base. How strong? Some barbed wire here. Will it stick? No problem at all. Well, as you can see there, this C2 Pro Max has a tiny little lens, so there's obviously going to be limitations to its range. Armytek claim that the C2 Pro Max is the most powerful handheld flashlight in its class. They're probably right. There's several really neat accessories and attachments available for this C2 Pro. Have a look on the Armytek website. I think you'll be impressed. How am I going to demonstrate this C2 Pro Max? I've got an idea. I'm at a place called Hartley Maudit, and it's arguably one of the most haunted places in South Hampshire. And behind me is the Hartley Maudit Church, the Church of St Leonard's, and it dates back to Saxon times. So let's wait for it to get dark and let's give this torch a try. See what that turbo mode does. And also, it's a full moon tonight. What could possibly go wrong? Well, if the graveyard doesn't stress me out too much, this path leads to a forest behind the church. Perhaps we'll have a look there later on tonight. Looking down there, this is the white light. And now we're going to go for the warm light. This is the warmer light. Slightly less power, but as you can see there on this lake, you can almost see through the water a bit better. Whereas the white light just tends to bounce off it. There's a carp on the surface, look there, just coming up. One, two, three. That's your main settings. 1, 2, 3. And then triple click it for turbo. But you've only got about a 50-second maximum turbo runtime, and then it starts dropping off a little bit because the top of the torch gets really hot. So it's just a safety thing, and that's why you've got to turn it a quarter of a turn off with the bottom cap before you put it away, because you don't want this accidentally switching on inside your bag or your pocket, because I should imagine there would be a fire risk. So we're about, I don't know, 100 yards from the church, so we've got about 100-yard range. So that turbo mode's just shut down a little bit now, just to cool itself off. Look at these rats, look. Loads of them, little critters. They're not frightened of us, are they? Look, massive rats. It's time to go and have a look in this church. We're in the churchyard now, so this is main 1. This is the lower power settings. Let's just go straight onto the turbo. That's better, isn't it? That's a seriously powerful torch for its size. Well, that wasn't very scary, was it? Let's go into the forest and give that torch a try out there. And there it is, look, the full moon up above us. Okay, we're in the forest. Quiet, not a lot going on. Let me just show you the modes. I'm in main 1 at the moment, so the modes we're going to demonstrate: main 1, main 2, main 3 and turbo mode. Okay, here we go then. This is main 1. Main 2, not a lot of difference there. Main 3. God, this is creepy. And the turbo mode. Whoa! Did you see something move down there? I swear I saw something move. I swear I saw something. Wow. Tell you what, when you're in places like this, you certainly don't want anything less than turbo mode. Okay, it starts powering down a little bit after about 60 seconds because it generates a lot of heat. Do you know what? I swear I saw something move down there. Something went across the path. Let's go a little bit deeper into the forest now. I'll tell you what, guys, I am feeling, I'm not just saying that, I am feeling a chill running through me, a definite chill, and I think that's my time to exit. I think we've seen enough of this this C2 Pro Max, haven't we? I don't really want to die out here. Okay, I've seen enough. Like I say, I don't want to die out here. I'm on my own. I should have brought a dog with me. What an idiot. Let's try and find our way back and then just have a recap about this torch. What do you guys think? Any good? If this has brought you any entertainment or value, don't forget to give a thumbs up or even subscribe so we can test some tech together. Why am I saying this in the pitch black? Let's get going. Partly moored it in the cold light of day. It's not quite as imposing now, is it? So what did you guys think to this Armytek C2 Pro Max? Well, I think it's a great little piece of kit. It's priced at about £95, which does sound a bit expensive, but these days you get what you pay for. And I think what you get here is an advanced work light with some neat features such as the strobes and the turbo modes. If you want to see the full review, just drop over to the Skill School website, and there's also a link to the Armytek website where you can go and buy one of these if you want. And also use the code SKILLS1 and that may get you a discount. Well, that's it guys, thanks for watching, bye for now.